Learning difficulties can make it difficult for children to succeed in school. If you know a child with learning difficulties, it can be hard to know how best to help them. This video will provide 5 tips for assisting a child with learning difficulties. From understanding their needs to finding the right resources, these tips will help you support the child in their learning journey. With these tips, you'll be better equipped to help a child with learning difficulties reach their academic potential.
Talk to the child's teachers. When your child is struggling with learning difficulties, it is essential to talk to the teachers and other professionals who are working with them. This will ensure that all parties involved have a clear understanding of the difficulty and can collaborate together to come up with an effective plan. Start by scheduling a meeting with the child's teachers and school counselor to get a better understanding of what challenges the child is facing. During this meeting, be sure to communicate any concerns you may have, ask questions about the curriculum, and discuss ways in which the school can provide support. Additionally, find out what strategies the teachers use to help students learn and understand new material. Knowing this information will help you and your child's teachers come up with an effective plan to help your child succeed.
Create a support network. One of the most important steps you can take to help a child with learning difficulties is to create a support network. This network should include parents, teachers, and professionals who can offer assistance in helping the child succeed. Begin by reaching out to the child's teachers. They are the ones in direct contact with the student and can provide insight into their individual needs. Try to schedule regular meetings with teachers to keep up to date with their progress and discuss strategies for success. It's also beneficial to contact medical professionals and therapists that specialize in learning disabilities. These professionals can provide advice and additional services, such as cognitive behavioral therapy, to help the child cope with their difficulty. If your child is eligible for special education services, find out what's available in your district. Finally, seek out other parents who have children with similar learning difficulties.
Get a professional diagnosis. It is important to get a professional diagnosis for your child's learning difficulties in order to be able to provide them with the best possible support. A medical professional will be able to assess their needs and suggest strategies to help them better understand and process new information. They may also be able to advise on any interventions or therapies that could benefit your child. When considering a professional diagnosis, it is important to do your research and speak with people who have experience dealing with learning difficulties in children. It is best to find a professional who specializes in this area and can provide an unbiased opinion. You should also look into different types of diagnostic tests that can be used to identify the specific areas where your child may struggle. Getting a professional diagnosis can help you better understand your child's needs and come up with the best plan to help them succeed.
Help the child find their strengths. It is important to help children with learning difficulties find their strengths. All children have gifts and talents, but those with learning difficulties may have to work harder to recognize them. It is important to identify the strengths that can help your child succeed in school, as well as in other areas of life. Start by taking an inventory of what your child is good at. Ask teachers, friends, and family members for their input. Ask your child directly what they enjoy doing or what they think they are good at. You might also try observing your child in different situations and note the activities in which they excel. Once you have identified your child's strengths, find ways to nurture them. For example, if your child is a visual learner, give them materials that cater to their style of learning. If they are good at math, provide extra practice materials to help them get better. Encourage a love of learning. It's important to encourage a love of learning in children with learning difficulties. Teaching them to see learning as an adventure, rather than a chore, will give them the motivation they need to continue growing and developing. Start by making the learning process fun and engaging. Use games and activities that the child enjoys to make learning more enjoyable. If there are certain topics that the child is particularly passionate about, use those as a starting point for further exploration. Incorporating rewards and incentives into the learning process can also help keep the child motivated. Give them something to look forward to, such as a special outing or a new book, when they meet their learning goals. Encourage reading and writing whenever possible. Reading is an essential skill and helps foster critical thinking, while writing can help children express their thoughts and feelings.
As you can see, there are many ways to help a child with learning difficulties. Above all else, it is important to remember that your child is an individual and will have unique needs and abilities. As parents and educators, it is our job to work with the child and their support network to create a plan that best meets their needs. No matter what, your child should be encouraged and supported throughout their journey. With patience, understanding, and the right resources, you can help your child reach their full potential. Finally, surround the child with positive role models who enjoy learning. Seeing people who are successful despite learning difficulties can be incredibly inspiring for a child, helping to build self-confidence and resilience. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more interesting topics.